Good day, everyone, and welcome to our class. This is S031, Understanding the Self, and welcome to our Module 1 synchronous session. And this is going to be our course orientation. Plus, I will be explaining to you guys the scope of our first module here in SS031. Again, welcome to S031. This is Understanding the Self. And on your screen, you will be seeing here our course description for understanding the self. Now, this course deals with the nature of identity as well as the factors and forces that affect the development and maintenance of personal identity. Now, the main objective of our course, which is S031, is to know oneself. Not that we will be able to understand everything about who we are in the course of this 15-week term, but hopefully in your reflections in our entire journey here, you will be able to understand yourselves even a bit better. Thus, in our entire term, we will try to answer the question, who am I? And we will look at the concept of the self and identity. Before I proceed again, may I know if the way I deliver my words right now is okay? Am I speaking too fast or am I speaking just okay? If everything is okay, can you give me a heart react? If I'm not speaking too fast and that you can follow me. Zendrick, you're raising your hand. I hope that was just a mistake. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, we shall now proceed. Now, for our course format, now remember that as a 031 is a fully online asynchronous course, meaning there are no face-to-face classes. I have been giving these announcements since last week, and I do hope that none of you is going on campus nor checking for a classroom because again, as a 031, understanding the self is being delivered at Mapua MCL as a fully online asynchronous course. Now, although there are synchronous sessions which will only take place at the beginning of every module. Now, for our first module, today is our sync session. Okay, for module 1. Now, subsequent synchronous sessions will only occur at the beginning of modules 2 and module 3. Now, why are we delivering SS31 as a fully online asynchronous course? Now, you will be seeing this on your screen. And if you have watched Navigating SS31 as a fully online course on YouTube, I have already explained this one there. Now, we were given the certificate, okay, for successfully meeting Quality Matters Higher Education Course Design Rubric Standard in an official review. Now, last year, for 3 months or so, I immersed myself in certification from the US. This is to certify SS31 so that we will be able to deliver this course as a fully online course. This is not just something that we thought of, okay, let's deliver this as a fully online course, but this is a review by Quality Matters Higher Education, which is a leading quality review for courses that are being offered online, fully online in the US. And so we were given this certification last July of last year, July of last year. You can see this on your screen. Okay, 2024, before the first term of last year. So this is the second year that we are offering SS31 as a fully online course. I represented Mapua MCL, and just to give you a clearer perspective, understanding the self, or SS31, is the first social science course in the entire Mapua system, and even in the Philippines and Southeast Asia, first social science course to be offered as a fully online course. Okay, so pinaghirapan po natin yan. Ako po yung naghirap dyan para ma-certify po ito sa US. Okay, itong SS31 to be delivered as a fully online course. And of course, if this is being offered as a fully online course, you will be needing all the tools, okay, for you to have a very swift and a good experience for SS31 as a fully online asynchronous course. Now, before that, let me introduce myself. Ako po si Professor Erland de Vera Palayan. Please address me as Sir E, that is with an exclamation point. Bakit may exclamation point? Gusto ko po ako po'y sinisigawan ng may paggalang. Hindi ko alam kung paano mangyayari yon. But in case you will see me on campus Tuesday next week, pag nakita niyo po ako, sigawan niyo po ako ng may paggalang. Okay? Baka pabigyan ko kayo ng bonus points. Okay? So, natatawa ka yan. No? Sige, gawin mo yan, Derek, ay natatawa ka dyan. Okay? So, sigawan niyo ako na may paggalang next week. I don't know how you will be able to do that. But if you will, then very good. Okay, bigyan kita ng +1. Okay? So, ako po si Sir E. So, in our correspondence, please address me as Sir E with an exclamation point lagi. Hindi ako magre-reply pag wala exclamation point. Okay? I am a tenured faculty at Makuha MCL. And I have been teaching here for more than 10 years now. Yes, matagal na po ako sa Mabuha MCL. I've been teaching there for more than 10 years already. On your screen, you will be seeing here my email address in case you would like also to reach me out, okay, via Outlook. And I have my consultation hours over there, but you can also send me a DM on MS Teams for swift correspondence even until Friday. Okay, but also please make sure that I will not be able to respond to you if you will send me a DM after office hours. Okay, since may magpapahinga rin naman tayo. Okay, but definitely I will try my best to respond to you as quickly as possible. Okay, during office hours on weekdays. Okay? And also, let's proceed. Yes, I have been teaching at MCL for more than 10 years, and I finished my master's in intercultural studies. That's my area of concentration at Church Trinity Grand University. This is in Seoul, South Korea. Doon po ako nag-aral. I lived and stayed in South Korea for 4 years before my return in the Philippines a couple of years back. Okay, so so much about myself. Yes, I can speak a little bit of Korean conversational, but that's an international school, so English is our medium of communication. Anyway, now for our textbook, okay, on your screen, you'll be seeing here our official textbook. Okay, this is Understanding the Self, New Normal Edition, and this book is available for you to purchase at the publisher's website at books at iba pa or booksatbt.com, or you can get a copy of this in Lazada or on Shopee. But if you would like to have this purchased na medyo mas mura, doon po kayo mag-purchase sa booksatibapa.com na website. All of our lectures, our discussions are there, particularly if you're the kind of student na gusto ng hard copy at may nalilinyahan at may nasusulatan. Okay, I am one of the authors of the book that we are using. This is Understanding the Self New Normal Edition. Parang hindi lang po ako yan, pero ako yan. Okay, so is the pool of writers. Okay, sa Makuha MCL na nagsulat po ng libro after yours truly had a immersion on on SS31 or Understanding the Self sa my Commission on Higher Education. That was, I think, 2019. Okay, so modesty aside, I think you are in good hands. Okay, in this course because I am one of the authors of the book that we're using, and also I immersed myself sa as understanding myself doon po sa may training nito under the Commission on Higher Education. Okay, and again with that, again let me just say that SS31 again is being offered as a fully online asynchronous course. And so let me just give you an idea of how you will be able to learn better here in SS031, given that this is a fully online asynchronous course. Now, how are we going to learn from our lesson? So definitely, what you have to do is that on Blackboard, say for example, our first lecture is on the philosophical view of the self. You have to make sure that you will be using, when you click the first lecture, the philosophical view of the self, you will be making use of the 7 E's instructional model. So here, when you click the philosophical view of the self, it will bring you, you could look at the arrow here, you have the end goals, the establish, expound, expand, exercise, evaluate, and envelope headings. So you follow those, the model. Okay, those seven. You start with the end goal to give you an overview of the lesson. Again, this is a fully online asynchronous course, so on your own facing, you have to do this, but you have to follow how it is done properly. Okay? Am I making sense here right now? If you can still follow, please give me a heart react. Very good. Okay, so nagkakaintindihan pa po tayo. Again, as a fully online asynchronous course, I will be giving you all the tools you need in order for you to have the best experience possible. Okay, in learning from our lessons here. So, when you click the lecture, sorry po, ako po yung nagbibinata. Okay, when you click the lecture, okay, you have to make use of the 7 E's instructional model. Okay, you follow the guide. You start with the end goals and then the established part, the expand, the expound, the expand, exercise, evaluate, and envelope part. So that's the reason why it's called 7 E's. Okay, 7 E's instructional model. Okay, and then it will give you everything that you will be needing. Okay, so how to learn? After making use of the 7 E's instructional model, doon po sa may exercise and evaluate part, that is the moment that you will be start working on your practice test and your reflective essays. Okay, now since we are using Blackboard as our official learning management system, this is how you are supposed to locate your uh, tasks. Okay, say for example, on Blackboard, okay, dito po yung task matatagpuan sa may exercise and evaluate heading. Okay, so pag kinlik nyo yan, it's supposed to be bringing you to your sa exercise sa practice test and sa evaluate sa reflection essay. Now, if you will not be able to access your task, the other way for you to do it is here. Okay? Now, all you have to do is in the content section, you click module 1. Okay? And then dun sa may module 1 po, makikita nyo po sa may dulo nito, you will see the, okay, module 1, okay, you will see here module 1 learning task and assessment. Yung may arrow. Okay. And when you see the module 1 task and assessment, you click it and then you will be able to see all the practice tests and the reflective essays for module 1. Okay? Again, if we understand each other here, please kindly give me a heart react. Okay, and if you have any questions or clarifications, please kindly raise your virtual hand so that I'll be able to acknowledge you. Okay, so para po mas magkakaunawaan tayo. Manjot, you have a question. Go ahead. Yes, Manjot? Can you use your microphone or nagkamali lang tayo ng pindot?
Hello, sir.
Yes,
Am I audible?
yes, you are. Loud and clear. Go
Uh,
ahead.
good afternoon, sir. Just wanted to ask for the practice test. Is there unlimited attempts or is it like a one time only?
I will be explaining a little bit more of that later, but you have unlimited attempts for the practice test,
Thank you, sir.
but only one attempt for the reflective essay. I'll be explaining more of that a little bit later on, but thank you for the question. Okay, thank you very much. So this is how you are going to locate your tasks on Blackboard. If it's not working in the expand, expound, and the evaluate part, all you have to do again is to click module 1 in the content section, and then below that you will see module 1 learning task and assessments, and you will find here, look at the arrow, the practice tests and the reflective essays. Okay, now let's proceed. Okay, now there are three topics for every module. Okay, so before SS31 was offered as a fully online course, medyo maraming topics ito. But since we are offering this course as fully online right now, we made sure na magiging hindi naman mas madali, pero mas magiging maayos para sa inyo and you will have the best experience every module doon sa mga lectures natin. That's the reason why we decided that for every module, there are 3 lectures necessary for you to learn. Okay, our topics then for module 1 are the following. We have the philosophical view of the self. We have the self as a social construct. And lastly, the psychological view of the self. Okay, so these are the topics that are inclusive for our discussions for the first module. Now, I'll be giving you a brief overview, okay, of our topic on the philosophical view of the self. And I do believe that many of you have already taken introduction to philosophy, maybe in your senior high school. Okay. Now, if you were able to take um, introduction to philosophy in your back in your senior high school, can you give me a heart react, please? If you already have a background on introduction to philosophy. Okay, very good. So some of you have your background on philosophy back in your senior high school, but then again, we hopefully that would help you to understand our first lecture a little bit better. But for those who do not have any background in philosophy, don't worry because I'm trying my best, okay, to have this topic, although it's very difficult to understand because philosophy is never an easy topic anyway. I will try my best to help you understand this lecture easier. Okay. Now, again, this is the philosophical view of the self. And on your screen, you will be seeing here, okay, our module learning objectives for the philosophical view of the self. Charlize, please kindly read our module learning objectives. Kindly turn on your microphone and read our learning objectives on screen. Go ahead, ma'am.
This lesson, the students must be able to, number one, discuss the importance of knowing oneself. Number two, recognize a different perspective regarding the nature of mind. Number three, explain philosophical perspective of the self by critiquing the argument given.
Okay, thank you very much, Charlize. Now, I can still see that there are some of those of you guys who are not turning off on your camera. So later on, uunahin natin sa recitation yung mga hindi naka-turn on ng camera. Gusto nyo ba yon? Okay, di ba? Yung mga hindi naka-turn on ng camera, unahin natin sa recitation. Yan. Biglang magta-turn on ng camera, marami dyan. Promise. Okay. So, let's proceed. Now, on your screen, you will be seeing here, okay, yung mga learning objectives po natin. Now, we will try, hopefully, in our journey of understanding the philosophical view of the self, um, you know that when we speak of philosophy, definitely, um, we try to understand what man is and the essence of man in general, not just the everyday goals of man, but ultimately, who is man? What is the goal of man and the essence of man? And by that, at least at the end of our lecture, we will be able to understand a little bit of ourselves, including our own philosophies in life. And in this lecture, we will be discussing some great minds from our history to approach the question, who am I? Including the following philosophical giants of the olden times and even at present. So we have the likes of Socrates, of Plato, of St. Augustine, of Rene Descartes, and then you have David Hume, Immanuel Kant, Sigmund Freud, although Sigmund Freud is more of a psychologist, more than a philosopher. And then we got Gilbert Ryle, Paul Churchland, and Maurice Merleau-Ponty. So I'm just giving you an idea right now of these people whom you will be meeting as we go along with our discussions on the philosophical view of the self. Okay, and right at this time, we will be checking first if all our video lectures are working so that you will have an easier way to navigate all of our lectures. Now, at this time, I would want for everyone to proceed to our chat box. Okay, kindly proceed to our chat box as I am sending you right now the link to our full length video discussion on YouTube. Okay? So, I have sent the link right now. All you have to do, everyone, sabay-sabay po tayo, all of us, please kindly click the link and it will course you through on YouTube. And when you see these on YouTube, kindly take a screenshot and send your screenshot here in our chat box. Everybody, I'll give you time to do this. Go ahead. Okay? Again, please kindly click on the link in our chat box. It will course you through on YouTube. And once you see it on YouTube, kindly take a screenshot of it and send the screenshot here sa chat box po natin. Okay, that way we'll be able to check that all of our video lectures are working. Okay, I saw Joshua, Evan, Charlize, Joshua Ray. Okay, keep them coming, everyone. Again, in the 7 E's instructional model, you will find there an embedded video lecture as well. However, the video lectures on Blackboard are summaries of our lectures. Okay? So, in order for us to have a clearer and a deeper understanding of our lectures, we have these full length video lectures, which are also attached when you access your reflective essays. Okay? So that when you access your reflective essays, your tasks, okay, hindi nyo na kailangang hanapin because you will just click it there and you will be able to access all these videos. Okay? Am I heard and am I being clear right now? And they give me a heart react, please. Alam niyo na gagawin, di ba? Okay, kindly give me a heart react. Okay, so all of us are on the same page still. Thank you very much for following instructions. And I've already asked you guys in my announcement since last week of the things that you need to accomplish before our lecture today because a little bit later on, meron akong konting recitation for you guys. Okay? So at least I do hope that you did do your, okay, you did your homework. Okay? Para sa synchronous session natin for today. Thank you very much. Keep them coming. As some of your classmates are still keying their screenshots, we will now proceed to our next lecture. Our next lecture, and I'm going to give you an overview. Our next lecture is all about the self as a social construct. Okay, now that is going to be our second lecture for Module 1. Now, when we talk about the self as a social construct, this is a topic that I wrote for the book, okay, Introspection, Understanding the Self, New Normal Edition. This is a combination of the disciplines of anthropology and sociology, okay, because these are twin disciplines, if I may. Okay, now when we talk about the self as a social construct, just to make this easier for you to understand, what we're trying to point out is that the self is a construction of our society, meaning we are all products of our society. The way we think, the way we speak, the way we deport ourselves in the world out there is very much influenced by what is and what is not appropriate in our culture. Okay? So, meaning when you say the self as a social construct, we are all products or constructions of our society, of our culture. Okay? And I hope that is very clear. Now, on your screen right now, you will be seeing here the learning objectives for the self as a social construct. Andre Kit. Andre Kit, please kindly turn on your microphone and read our learning objectives for these topics. Go ahead, sir. Andre? Andre, your microphone, please. We can't hear you. Maybe you have to turn the volume a little bit higher. Okay, we still cannot hear you. I'll get back to you a little bit later on. Let me just call on first Jacob Thomas. Jacob Thomas, your microphone, sir.
Hello.
Okay, okay, go ahead. You're heard loud and clear. Please read.
In this lesson, the students must be able to articulate what culture means to the self as a part of the society, explain the anthropological and sociological constructs of the self, and discuss the cultural factors that affect self understanding and behavior.
Okay, thank you. Pasensya na umiinom ako. This is dragon fruit smoothie. Okay, sarap po. Healthy pa. Okay. Okay. Now, thank you very much, Jacob. So those are our learning objectives here. So we will try to understand what culture is. Okay, and we will while ago. Okay, we will explain the anthropological and sociological constructs of the self. How does anthropology and sociology fit into our understanding of who we are at the moment? And of course, we will discuss cultural factors that affect self understanding and behavior. Okay, and so when we talk about this, we have these quote from one of the leading sociologists of this time, Clifford Geertz. Okay, which says culture is not just an ornament of human existence, but the principal basis of its specificity, an essential condition of it. Meaning, hindi lang po palamuti ang kultura sa atin. Instead, when we talk about culture, it is the basis of who we are, how we understand ourselves to be, and the essential condition of our existence. Now, what we have to understand is this, that knowing who we are and our society requires an understanding of our society and our culture and how it leads us to make decisions. And when we make decisions, definitely these are culturally influenced and socially constructed, meaning we already have been influenced by our society, by the norms in our culture, by the people around us in our culture. And it's very much impossible to ultimately know who we are, okay, without comprehending the culture of our society. Okay? And how do we define culture then? How do we define culture, Jen? Andre Kit, can you try again your microphone and let's see, okay, if it's working right now?
Sir, rinig na po.
Yes, go ahead, loud and clear. Go ahead,
Cul-
sir.
Culture is a complex whole which includes knowledge, beliefs, arts, morals, law, customs, and any other capabilities and habits acquired by a human as a member of society.
Thank you very much. So this is what culture is. This is going to be our working definition of culture. Okay, the complexity of culture hinges on the fact that it's not only drawn from one aspect of our society. Okay, its complexity is just like a web. Okay, you have knowledge, you have beliefs, you have arts, you have morals, laws, and all of this. And this is inclusive of what culture is. And when we talk of culture, this is very much acquired. We were not born with the culture. Okay, it is something that we acquired first and foremost in our family, okay, from the family that we were raised, and then when we were brought into the community, okay, so doon po natin nakikita yung ating kultura. So that is what culture is all about. Now let's check if our video lectures are working. Everybody now please proceed to our chat box. Balik po tayo sa may chat box natin. Everyone, I'm sending you the link right now to our full-length video lecture. Here we go. Okay, the same as the instruction a while ago. Please kindly click on the link, everybody. Sabay-sabay po tayo. And when it courses you on YouTube, please kindly take a screenshot. Okay, and then send it here sa atin pong chat box just to check that this video lecture is working on your end. Okay, let's see if this is working, everyone. Okay, there you go. Thank you. I am seeing right now. Okay, okay. So at least we know that our full-length video lecture on the self as a social construct is working. Now, i-enjoy nyo po yung mga video lecture natin, particularly this one. It's quite long and tedious, but it's going to be, how do I say, it's going to be very alive, very much lively. I will bring you into a journey. Okay, there, dito sa may topic natin, the self as a social construct, particularly, at least from my experience, how living in a different culture changed my worldview and my perspective as a human being. Okay, and the countries that I was able to travel along the way. Okay, so makikita niyo po doon. So you will enjoy the journey. Okay, therein. So please, please, okay, maximize these video lectures for a fully online asynchronous course. Thank you very much. While we're waiting for some of your classmates still to join, to key in their screenshots, now let's proceed to our last lecture for Module 1. And this is the psychological view of the self. I believe that many of you already have your backgrounds as well in Introduction to Psychology back in your senior high school, hopefully. Okay, and if not, we will be giving you ideas of how does the psychology of the human being affect our understanding of who we are. Okay, so if you are interested in psychology, so if you are going to look at understanding the self, maybe you were thinking this is perhaps another values education course. This is not. Okay, this is a very multidisciplinary course in order for us to understand who we are from different perspectives and from different disciplines. And I do hope that you'll be enjoying the journey, particularly as you answer your reflections. Okay, because that's the most important part of your journey. Okay, when you try to introspect and reflect on your journey as an individual, as a student, and even as someone who is trying to orchestrate your future right now. Now, for the psychological view of the self, here are our learning objectives. Okay, on your screen. Andre, Sebastian, Andre, please kindly turn your microphone on and read our learning objectives on your screen. Andre, your microphone, please.
Narinig po.
Yes, loud and clear, sir. Go ahead.
In this lesson, the students must be able to, to number one, describe the different representations of concept and conceptualizations of self from a psychological perspective. Number two, explain the different influences, factors, and forces that shape the psychological self. Number three, compare and contrast how the self has been represented across a psychological perspective.
Thank you very much, Andre. So those are our learning objectives for the psychological view of the self. And in our understanding of who we are, definitely, we will be looking at what we call as self schemas. Now, when you talk about self schemas, these are formed by numerous factors that we may be aware or unaware of. Okay, now looking into each of these factors or self schemas, these are affecting our self concept and how we view ourselves to be. Now, these factors include our past experiences, our personality traits. It is inclusive of our abilities, our physical features, our values, including our goals, our social roles, our own observations, and even the feedback that we get from others. These are affecting our self understanding. Okay, so these are just a few of the things that we will be learning in our journey towards understanding who we are from the psychological perspective. Now, our self schema or our self concept is very fluid. And when I say that our self understanding from a psychological perspective is fluid, this means that you have to understand that all the self schemas are dynamic, meaning they are changing. And it's ever changing in a way that it grows. Our experiences over the course of time um, adds up to the many experiences that we've had so far. Our personality traits can be very dynamic, and even our abilities, especially you as a student. Okay, your skills, your abilities. Okay, nagkakaroon, nadadagdagan. Your physical features 10 years ago are different from now. The values and the goals that you have changes over time. Your social roles changes radically. Okay, right now you are a student after a class, you are a son or a daughter, you are a brother or a sister. So you wear many hats. And then your own observations about who you are changes as well, including the feedback that you get from others. If the feedback that you get right now are mostly negative or positive, okay, and the feedback that you get before, these are very much affecting our self concept. And when it does affect our self concept, definitely it would affect our self worth. Right. Okay. Am I still understood? Give me a hard react if we're still on the same page here. Very good. Okay, so parang alam na nung iba yung gagawin pag tinanong ko yun, no? Mag-hard react na tayo. Okay, so very good. Okay, so let's proceed now. Of course, also, we will be looking here at the concept of our ideal self. Okay, and when we talk about the concept of our ideal self, we also have that idea of who we want us to be in the future. Okay, this is my goal. Okay, and when we talk about our ideal self, this is essential to guide and motivate us to behave in a way that would lead us to the best version of who we want to be. Thus, when we talk about the ideal self, this is the best version of who you want to be. This is not the person that you are at the moment, but this is the person that you would want to become. Okay, the best version of who you want to be. Now, on your screen, you will be seeing here the concept of the ideal self and the real self, at least according to Carl Rogers. Okay, so we will try to understand and differentiate between the concept of the ideal self and the real self. Chantal, is it right? Janelle, please kindly turn your microphone on and please read our figure two here. Janelle, your microphone, please. Hi, Janelle. Janelle, your microphone. Janelle, hindi yata ako
Yes,
naririnig. Yes, go ahead, please.
sorry po.
Please kindly read figure two. Ideal self and real self.
To Rogers asserted that we have two selves. One is ideal self and the number two is actual self.
Yes, when you talk about the ideal self, please kindly read. What's the ideal self all about and the real self on your screen?
On on my own words or
No, no,
babasahin.
babasahin lang po.
Sorry. Ideal self is the person we want to be, the idealized version of ourselves and how I should be, while the real self is who we actually are, how I see me, and this is also called actual self.
Okay, thank you very much, Janelle. So you can see here the difference between the ideal self and the real self. When you talk about the idealized version of yourself, this is the best version of who you want to be in the future. Say, for example, you would like to be an AI expert. Okay, so we're all going AI anyway these days. Okay, you want to be an AI expert. So that's what you want to be at least in the future. But this is who you are right now. You are a student. Okay, so you have the goal to be the best version of who you are, but your real self is your actual self and who you really are. Now, according to humanistic psychologist Carl Rogers, the personality is composed of the real self and the ideal self. Now, your real self again is who you actually are, while your ideal self is the person that you want to be. Now, the ideal self is the idealized version of yourself created of what you have learned from your life experiences, the demands of your society, and all that. Okay, say for example, your parents are medical doctors, and who are respected and admired in the community. And experience tells you that in order to be happy, you need to be smart and to have a high paying job. Now, your ideal self might be someone who excels in science, okay, subject, spending a lot of time studying and does not get queasy at the sight of blood. Now, if your real self is far from the idealized image, then you will feel dissatisfied with your life and you will consider yourself a failure. That's the reason why the real self and the ideal self should mesh well. Okay? Because if it will not go along well, then that's the moment that you will be losing your self-esteem. Okay? Pag hindi nagkakaroon ng pagme-mesh, yung real self natin and yung ating ideal self. Okay? So dapat palaging, if this is our goal, the ideal self is our goal, then yung real self natin ngayon should be going towards that goal. You want to be an AI expert? Okay, I am a student right now of computer science, okay, or information systems. So that's one step towards achieving my idealized version of who I want to be. Okay, so there has to be a meshing of the real self and the ideal self. Okay, now right at this time, everyone, okay, what we're going to be doing is again to proceed to our chat box. Okay, kindly proceed to our chat box, everyone. Okay, and let's check whether our full length video discussion on the psychological view of the self is working right and well. Okay. The link is already on our chat box, everyone. Please kindly click on the link. It will course you through on YouTube. Once you're already on YouTube, take a screenshot of it and send it here sa ating pong chat box. Okay, very good. Okay. Again, we only have three topics for Module 1. We have the philosophical view of the self. We have the self as a social construct and the psychological view of the self. Okay, very good. So our video lectures are working. So it's going to be very swift for us. Again, let me just remind everyone that the videos embedded on Blackboard are summarized version of our full-length discussion. For you to have a deeper understanding of our topics, please make sure to work on and during our class time, na synchronous time, listen and watch our full-length video lectures. Okay, even before you try to answer our tasks, your practice test and your reflected essays. Very good. So all of our video lectures are working, so it's going to be swift for module one at least. Now, while we are waiting for your classmates to still key in their screenshots of our full-length video discussions, on your screen you will be seeing here excuse me, you'll be seeing here the supplementary video lectures for module one. Now, listen, here's how it's going to go. For every module, our topic will be inclusive of full length discussion plus one supplemental video lecture in order for you to immerse yourselves deeper into our discussions. Now, for module one's the philosophical view of the self, our first full length, our first supplemental video is on the topic remember your why. Okay, and I have already asked you since last week to watch these supplemental video lecture. Now, before I call on some students to answer, do we have any volunteer who could give me an idea of what Remember Your Why supplemental video lecture is all about? Tingnan natin. Okay. Sino po ang magliligtas sa klase? Who among you have already watched our supplemental video lecture, Remember Your Why? Ah, walang nagbasa, walang nanood, kahit isa. Ilang araw kong ina-announce ito. You have been bombarded with announcements after announcements in my class. Okay, walang sasagot, then it's time for a recitation. Let me call on. Tingnan natin kung sino yung hindi nakabukas ng camera. Okay, tapos okay ba yan? Yung mga hindi nakabukas yung camera, sila yung magre-recite muna. Kasi hindi sila nagpa-follow ng instructions. Okay ba yan, Andre, Kate? Okay yan, no? Okay yun. Okay. Jacob Thomas, okay ba yan? Okay, unahin natin mag-recite yung mga yung mga hindi nag-open ng camera. Okay. Tingnan natin. Ayan, biglang nag-open silang lahat ng camera, oh. Okay. Oh, biglang nag-open lahat ng camera. Kanina, ang dami hindi naka-turn na ng camera. Okay, very good. Okay, tingnan natin. Okay, anyone? Wala sa inyong nakanood ng video about Remember Your Why? No one amongst you guys? Pwede kayo mag-raise ng hand if you did. Okay, just a quick summary. Any idea? Anong nakuha nyo doon? Anong narinig nyo doon? Sa full-length video discussion natin? Wala? Sayang naman yung mga announcements ko. Ano? Okay, so these are important, ha? Okay, because questions in your reflective essays will also be drawn from your supplemental video lectures. Okay, now, okay. Patawag lang ako ng isa, ha? Para lang ma-sure ko kung pasensya na po kung kayo matawag ko. John Joseph. John Joseph, hello. Your microphone. Sir, have you watched the video lecture? Remember Your Why? Supplemental video lecture. John Joseph, your microphone, sir. Nakikita kita ngayon. Hindi mo lang alam. John Joseph, your microphone. Have you watched the Remember Your Why supplemental video lecture? John Joseph, magparamdam ka. Okay, hinihintay kitang magsalita, nakikita kita ngayon. Okay, huwag kayong nandito sa may klase ko tapos iba yung ginagawa nyo, ha? Nanonood kayo ng ibang videos, ha? Si John Joseph, hindi ako pinakikinggan. Okay. Sean Gabriel. Sean Gabriel. Hi, Sean.
Yes po, sir.
Have you watched the supplemental video lecture, Remember Your Why?
To be honest, hindi pa po.
Dapat lang talaga maging honest ka. Okay? Ilang beses ako nag-announce, di ba? Ba't di nyo ginawa yun? Okay. Anyway, people, we'll be checking if all those supplemental video lectures are working, starting with the Remember Your Why video lecture. Everybody, please proceed to our chat box. Okay? Doon po tayo sa may chat box po natin. I am sending you the link right now to our supplemental video lecture on Remember Your Why. Same instructions, everybody. Please kindly click on the link. Sabay-sabay po tayo. And once you click on the link and it courses you on YouTube, please take a screenshot and send it here sa chat box po natin. Okay, again, we have three supplemental video lectures, okay, for our first module. Okay, so ayan po yung ating mga supplemental video lectures. The first one is Remember Your Why. So this is like a TED Talk na video. So I do hope that you will be learning a lot from it. And there's a question afterwards that will be drawn from this one as well. Okay, so yun po yung gagawin natin dito. Okay, and I do hope na kahit pa paano, makikita ko natin yung help nito. Please kindly maximize using all of these video lectures. Ha? We're not going to have face-to-face classes here, so I'm giving you all the right tools for you to maximize your learning experience here sa SS31 po. Okay, so that is our first supplemental video lecture. This is Remember Your Why. And while we're waiting for more of your classmates to key in their screenshots, the next supplemental video lecture, and this is for our topic on the self as a social construct. This is a quick cultural exposure in Vietnam. Okay, this is my journey, okay, in Vietnam. So while you're watching this, I will be bringing you in Vietnam, okay, and the experience and the life of the people, particularly in Ho Chi Minh, okay, or in Saigon. Okay, Saigon is Ho Chi Minh right now. Okay, so I'm sending you the link right now. Okay, same. Check po natin para ho pagkatapos ng class natin ngayon, wala pong magsasabing the video is not working, sir. I can't see, I can't find them. It's here. Okay, so that's it. Okay, pakiclick po yung link na yon and then send me the screenshot here. Okay, that's a quick cultural immersion in Vietnam. The picture you are seeing right now there is actually yun pong, what is that? Galing po ito doon sa, what's that? A war zone before, during the Vietnam War. Okay, so pag tinignan nyo po yan, and then I will be bringing you into that journey anyway. Okay, kung anong buhay nila doon and all of it. Okay, and of course, okay, so our the last one, okay, the last supplementary video lecture that we do have is for the psychological view of the self, and the title of which is Unlocking Your Potential and Making the Most Out of It. This is just like another TED Talk. Okay, so paano mo makikita yung sarili mo that you are already having a good concept, a good self-concept, and how to reach the ideal self. Okay, you have to unlock your potential and do it anyway. Okay, I'll be sending here right now. Balik po tayo sa ating pong chat box. Tayo sa chat box natin. Okay, I'm sending you the link right now. Okay, please kindly click on the link, everyone. Click on the link, take a screenshot, and send it to me here. Now, once you've sent it, ibig sabihin, lahat po ng ating supplemental video lectures are working for the first module. Okay? So, ayun po. Let's see. Okay, kung nakikita niyo po, very good. Okay. Okay. So, pagpasensyahan niyo na po ako. Ako lang po ang makikita niyo dyan. So, these are supplemental video lectures. We're not just after the video discussion, but we're bringing in ideas from outside, okay, for us to be immersed deeper in our lectures, in our topics. Again, there are only three topics for our first module. We have the philosophical view of the self, the psychological view of the self, and the self as a social construct. Okay, and we have three supplementary video lectures for the philosophical view of the self. We have Remember Your Why for the self as a social construct. We have a quick cultural exposure in Vietnam, and for the psychological view of the self, we have Unlocking Your Potential and Making the Most Out of It. Okay. And right now, okay, yan, habang nagsisend pa rin po yung iba. Okay. Any questions so far? Do you have any questions, po? Kindly please raise your virtual hand so that I'll be able to acknowledge if you got any concerns, questions, queries, and whatnot. By the way, people, when you send me a DM on MS Teams, please give your course and your section. Say, good morning, sir. I am Andre. I'm from SS031 CIS 144. Okay, and then you state your concern so that I know the context of our would-be conversation sa MS Teams. Okay? Okay, can you give me a heart react? Okay, if you understood the instruction, okay? You state your name, your course, and your section, and then your concern. Okay, again, the example is, good morning, Sir E. I'm Andre from SS31 CIS 144. Okay, so immediately I know the context of our would-be discussion. Okay, very good. Okay, at this time, everybody, please kindly proceed to our chat box. Okay, I will be sending to you, I will be sharing with you my screen at the moment. Okay, mag-share screen ako for a while. Okay, para makita niyo kung anong gusto kong ipagawa sa ating lahat right now. Okay, so you're seeing right now my screen share. There you go. Okay, please proceed to our chat box first. I'm sending you the link right now to our course or updated course introduction on YouTube. Okay, there you go. Please kindly click on the link. Sabay-sabay po tayo. Click the link. Everyone, please do this. Oh, we have 35 students right now. Very good. Okay, click on the link and it will bring you to this. Okay, now if you haven't subscribed to our channel here, please do so for easy access of our video lectures. Okay, now if after subscribing, please kindly click Sir E here. Okay, you see my browser here, the mouse. Okay, click Sir E. Everyone. Okay, pag click niyo po dito kay Sir E, please kindly click on playlists. Okay, ito po yung playlist. Click playlists. Okay, and once you have clicked the playlist, please kindly look for Understanding the Self lecture playlist and then save this playlist on your YouTube account. Save the playlist, this one, on your YouTube account so that hindi na po kayo mahihirapang maghanap ng mga full-length video lectures natin. Once you have saved your playlist on YouTube, take a screenshot of your saved playlist and send it in our chat box. Everybody, please do this. Okay, so no one would be asking me anymore, sir, I could not access the videos. I could not find the video lectures because right now you are already saving the playlist for our full-length video lectures on YouTube. Go ahead, everyone. Okay, tingnan natin. Make sure that you are sending the saved playlist. Okay, the screenshot of your saved playlist. Okay, make sure nakasave yung playlist na yan. Okay, hindi nyo lang in-screenshot but you save the playlist. Okay, I'm giving you all the right tools right now para ma-navigate yung course natin easier after this because after today's sync session, our next sync session will be on your Module 1 exam already. Hindi na po tayo magkikita ng ganito. Okay, so please make sure to follow full instructions on this one. Okay, so there you go. Make sure that it's a saved playlist. Okay, very good. Okay, good job, guys. We're doing very well at this time. Okay, there you go. Very good. Okay, so again, no one will be asking me anymore, sir. I could not access the videos. I could not access the video lectures because you already have them on your saved playlist. Okay? Are we still on the same page at this time, everybody? Can I have a heart react, please? Very good. Now, right at this time, I will be explaining to you how you will be graded in our class. Okay, here you go. Okay, on your screen, you will be seeing here our modular grading. Now, there are three modules for the entire term, modules 1, 2, and 3. Now, for each module, you will be graded based on the following. Your practice test, your reflective essays, and your modular assessment. Okay. Um, okay. Um, Hold on. Jamil or Jamiel? Jamiel. Okay, Jamiel, kindly please turn your microphone on and please read our modular grading on your screen. Hi, Jamiel. Hi, Jamiel, your microphone, please. Jamiel, we can't hear you. Can you up your speaker, please?
Rinig ba po?
Yeah, loud and clear. Please, can you read our modular grading on your screen right now? Go ahead, please.
Modular grading. Practice tests, 0%. Practice tests are not included in the computation of your modular grade. However, these are prerequisites to check your reflective essays. You need to get 80% of the total score of the practice test for me to check your reflective essays. Reflective essays are 40%. SS031 is very much introspective, and your essays are crucial to accomplishing our goal in this course. Refrain from submitting AI-generated paraphrase or humanized answers. This will be dealt with accordingly. Modular assessments, 60%. These assessments are all objective.
Thank you very much, Jamiel. Now, this is how you will be graded in S031. You have two tasks. You have a practice test, and then you have reflective essays. That is for every topic. Okay, so you do your 7 E's model. Okay, and then in the evaluate and exercise and evaluate part, yun po yung practice test natin is the exercise part. Your reflective essay is the evaluate part. Now, again, let me explain that your reflective essays will not be a part of your module grade, but these are prerequisites for me to check your reflective essays. Now, your reflective essays will comprise 40% of your modular grade. Okay? Yung mga essay po natin. Kaya wag niyo pong katamaran yan. And I would want for you to be introspective in that. Okay? And for your modular assessment, the schedule of which I'll be giving you a little bit later on, these are all objective, meaning it's all multiple choice. Okay? For your practice test, it's all unlimited attempt until you get 80% of your total score. Now, in the previous terms, ito yung usual na naging trouble ng mga students. Some of the students will submit their reflective essays without accomplishing their practice tests. Do I check their reflective essays? No. Why? Because even right now, I'm already laying you the instruction. I will not be checking your reflective essays unless you're able to get 80% of the total score of the practice test. For Module 1, all of the practice tests have 20 points each. So you have to get at least 16 points in order for me to check your reflective essays. There are students, okay, from previous terms then, who will answer their practice tests but will not submit their reflective essays. Remember that your practice test has 0% in your modular grades, but they are prerequisites for me to check your reflective essays. Okay? Masasayang lang po yung inyong um, submission ng reflective essays if you will not be accomplishing your practice tests. Okay. Manjot is saying for me to repeat what I just said. Okay. Manjot, the practice tests are not included in the computation of your modular grade, but they are prerequisites for me to check your reflective essay. No practice tests, zero reflective essays. For your practice tests to be valid, you have to get 80% of the total score. If there are 20 total points for each practice test, you need to get at least 16 points in all of the practice tests for Module 1. By that, you'll be submitting your reflective essays, and then I will be checking your reflective essays. But again, I will not check your reflective essays unless you will be submitting your practice tests and you will get 80% of the total score of the practice test. Yung iba, they will settle for 15/16. That's not 80%. Okay? The instruction is 80%. It should be at least 16/20. Lower than that, I will not be checking your reflective essay. Please do not waste all your effort in our tasks. Am I making myself clear now? Can I have a heart react? If maliwanag po yung instructions natin. Okay, very good. Now, for your modular assessment, this is 60% of your modular grade. And it's all objective. Bakit wala ng essay? Kasi marami na kayong essay sa tasks natin. So these are all objective. So make sure that you understand all the concepts that we will be discussing here in module 1. Now, let's proceed right now. Now, for your reflective essay rubric, if you want to know how you will be graded, you can access this in the rubric detail. Okay, once you check the reflective essays. Okay, so ito po yung rubric po natin. A total of 10 points for all reflective essays. And then, okay, so for your reminder, this is until next week. Don't worry. Sir, paano po yun? Ngayon lang tayo mag-meet. Paano niyo po kami i-guide? I will be sending you, in fact, I will be bombarding you with announcements after announcements after announcements. You have experienced this the last couple of days, right? Okay. Ang dami kong announcement na binibigay sa inyo. Pero, hindi nyo pa rin pinanood yung Remember Your Why. Okay? Okay. So, please make sure in order for you to survive a fully online course and an online course at that, you have to make sure that you check all your courses and read all instructions and follow full instructions. Okay? So every week, in fact, almost every day, I will be sending announcements in order to guide you. Okay? Kung nasa na tayo sa klase natin at ano yung dapat na ma-accomplish natin. Okay? Kung hindi kayo mag-access ng Blackboard, hindi kayo magsa-survive dito. If this is the first time, okay, that you will be experiencing a fully online course, the only way for you to survive this is to check and access your Blackboard account religiously. And I mean every day. Okay? Nakikita ko po doon kung sino sa inyo ang nag-a-access. Okay? From my end, alam ko po kung sino yung nag-a-access. Nakikita ko rin po kung sino yung hindi tumitingin sa mga announcements natin. Usually, yun po yung magme-message sa akin at sasabihin, Sir, may klase po ba? Anong klaseng hinahanap ninyo? Fully online asynchronous course nga tayo. Okay? I have been sending that announcement since last week. Ibig sabihin, if you will be asking me questions, ano mangyayari? That only gives me an idea that you are not checking your Blackboard account. Okay? Maliwanag po. Okay, so at least by now you are already done with the introduce yourself and connect with your co-learners part. Okay, and of course you will be doing this by next week. Don't by this week and until next week. Kapag po klase natin, even though asynchronous tayo, use that time to watch our video lectures and to accomplish your tasks. Okay? Para hindi po magpatong-patong yung mga task natin dito sa klase po natin. Okay. Now, okay. For the deadlines, okay, you will be seeing this on your screen right now. Okay, these are our deadlines. Gonzalo, your microphone, sir. Please kindly read our submission deadlines on screen. Gonzalo, your microphone, sir.
Hello, hello. Module 1 task 9 for the 25 practice test.
Go
That
ahead.
part of your module could be could get 80% of the total score for for me to check your reflective essay. A liquid attempt. Reflective essay. No AI generated are humanized answers. 20% of your modular grade. Singular attempt. Module 1, online exam. MS Teams meeting from 8 p.m. to 9:15 p.m. only. Pro I pro protected exam cameras are turned on. Exam code will be given on MS Teams. 15 points will be deducted from the total score if you won't be able to take the exam as well treated.
Okay, thank you very much, Gonzalo. Now, these are the deadlines on your screen for your Module 1 task. It's on 9/14, that's September 14. And for your Module 1 exam, our schedule is on September 18. Now, listen, everybody. lahat po ng kumukuha ng SS31 this term will be taking the exam simultaneously, even the sections na hindi ko po handle. Now, if there are 30 sections for SS31, lahat po tayo magti-take ng exam on September 18 between 8 to 9:15 only. Now, if you will not be able to take the exam, if I will still allow you to take the exam, you will be deducted 15 points from your total score. Dahil may mga students na hindi talaga kumukuha ng exam at ayaw lang kumuha ng exam dahil hindi sila nakapag-review. Okay? I will be deducting 15 points from your total score. So that's a total of 75 points. If you will get 60 over 75, I will still be deducting 15. So your total score will be 45 over 75. Okay? So do not attempt not to take the exam on time because your points will be deducted. Okay? And wala pong magsasabi sa akin, sir, kasi aalis kami ng family, meron po kaming bakasyon. You are a student first. Okay? And so you have to follow our schedule. You know that it's school time. Okay? And I hope that is also clear with your parents as well. Okay, when you make schedule for vacation during exam week in particular, wag naman po sa panahon na may schedule ang exam tayo. Or else, you can go on your vacation but still, do take your exam at that time. Okay? Kung hindi nyo maiiwasan yon. Anyway, let's proceed everyone. We're almost done. Okay? Now, this is just a postscript before I dismiss everybody. Now, please do not wait for the deadline before you accomplish your task. The best way for you to enjoy the journey and learn from our lessons is to access and accomplish the tasks weekly. Avoid cramming, please. It's not going to help you make the most of your learnings here. Okay? And I hope that you will treat this course as a respite, okay, from your academics. Okay? Your reflections will be a time for you to step back from your busyness as a student and to take a moment to introspect and to learn from your journey. Para siyang diary ninyo. Okay? Yung reflections ninyo, treat that as your diary. Okay? Don't worry because ang makakabasa lang naman nun ay kayo at ako. Okay? And I do give feedbacks particularly. Okay? Nagbibigay po ako ng feedback. Okay? Lalo na kapag nagiging masyadong personal yung sinishare ng student, nakaka-relate sa lesson, dun sa ating pong task. And also, I give feedback kapag nakikita ko at nakita ko na AI-generated ang answers. Yung iba, nakakalimutan pang tanggapin na AI model yung sumasagot. Okay? And you will not do that because you're better than that, okay? Or else, I will be dealing with it accordingly. Okay? Kung ayaw niyo pong umakyat sa Student Affairs Office, wag po natin itong gawin. And I know you're not going to do that because you're better than that, okay? Next one, continue po tayo. Any questions so far? May tanong po? Any questions po? Wala po tayong tanong. Okay, if we got no questions, everyone, again, for swift correspondence, okay, please send me a direct message on MS Teams. Okay? Sa MS Teams po tayo. Okay, for swift correspondence. And katulad po ng binanggit ko kanina, please do make sure that you will be introducing yourself, your course, and your section so at least I know the context of our would-be conversation. Okay? Doon po sa ating MS Teams. Okay. Right at this time, I'll be making a quick attendance check for everyone. Okay, when I call your names, please kindly make sure that your microphones are working. Just say, here, sir, or present, sir. Okay? Kerubin Abayon. Kerubin Abayon. Not with us. Andre Kit Acopio.
Sir,
Okay.
present po.
Okay. Jervic Rain Alvarez.
Present, sir.
Okay. Jacob Thomas Ancheta.
Present po.
Shane Mikey Baldemore. Shane, no, with and Bartolome. Okay, Shane is here.
Present
Okay.
po.
Okay, Kenneth Bermeo.
Present po.
Okay, Amir Isra Cabreros. Not with us, Tristan Bien Canlas.
Present po.
Laypol Canog.
Present.
Okay. Elijah Martin Centeno.
Present, sir.
Okay. Jamiel De La Cruz.
Present po.
Okay. Joshua Evan De Los Santos.
Present po.
Matthew Robert De Mesa.
Present po.
Sean Gabriel Esguera.
Present po.
Janelle Chantal Paraon.
Present po.
John Lloyd Glorioso.
Present po.
Carlis Dane Hernandez.
Present po.
Jezreel Joaquin Jimenez or Joaquin Jimenez.
Present.
Okay. Zendrick Blue Husay.
Present po.
Andre Sebastian Calao.
Present po.
Junel Cartland Dig.
Present po.
Juan Miguel Luge.
Present po.
Gonzalo Mamaril.
Present po.
Kurt Riley Mangay Ayam.
Present po.
Robert Daniel Manglingot.
Present po.
Okay. Darren Mendoza. Bricks Christoph Naran. Now with us, Joshua Ray Navarro. Sean Myro Nunez.
Present po.
Cesar Lucas Pasinos. Cesar is not around. Katrina Nicole Rodrigado.
Present po.
Manjot Sanawa.
Present po.
Okay, John Joseph Sombilia.
Present po.
L. Nathan Jethro Sumalbag.
Present po.
Ian Edric Tigas.
Present po.
Vince Jacob Velante.
Present po.
And Brandon Jared Villavito.
Present, sir.
Okay, there's a clarification here from Sean Myro Nunez. Yes, the exam is 8 p.m. and not 8 a.m. Lahat po kami ng tuturo nito, we decided to give the exam when you are already at home, where you have good internet connection. Kasi pag sa school po kayo, alam kong nahihirapan kayo sa inyong mga internet connection. Okay? So, you'll be taking the exam sa bahay niyo po. Please ask your family to give you time for peace, at least during the time of the exam. Okay, sa MS Teams po tayo magkikita-kita dito. Hindi po lang sa klase natin yan, lahat po ng SS31 na kumukuha sa buong school. Okay, there's another hand raised. Sino po ito? Angelo and then Derek. You have questions, please go ahead.
Hello po, sir. Di pa po ako natawag po sa attendance po.
Angelo Cinco. Was I not able to call you? I'm sorry, sir. Okay, I have you here. Thank you very much.
Thank you po.
Derek Dwayne Ibanga, you have a question, sir. Derek? Derek, are you with us? Or nagkamali lang tayo? Joshua Ray. Jamiel, go ahead. Sige, ask tayo ng tanong. Dali, go ahead. Come closer to the microphone na lang para marinig ko po kayo. Go ahead, Derek. Derek, we can hear you. How about the others? Sino po yung magtatanong pa? Please use your microphone. Jamiel, go ahead. Was I audible earlier? You're present if that's your concern. Don't worry. Okay. Any more questions? Raise your hand, please. Wala nang tanong. Nagkamali lang ng pindot. In 3, 2, 1. Okay, so no more questions, everyone. Okay, it's already 1:16. We're way past our class schedule. Anyway, if we got no more questions, everybody, thank you for joining our Module 1 sync session. Thank you. This is ESA031, Understanding the Self. And again, please make sure to access your Blackboard account daily and start working on your Module 1 topics and reflective essays. Please make sure to follow the 70s instructional model. Do you have any questions pa? May nagre-raise ng hand or nagkamali lang? Sorry baka may ano ko, nakalimutan ako. Anyway, if we got no more questions, everybody, again, this is S031, Understanding the Self, and this has been Sir E, your instructor for this course. Stay safe, stay sane, and stay strong. Until I see you again during your Module 1 exam. I'll be dropping by the campus on Tuesday. If makita niyo po ako, pakisigawan po ako na may paggalang. Nasa same floor lang po tayo sa Einstein Building. Maraming salamat. We are dismissed. Thank you very much, everybody. Good luck. God bless you. Bye-bye. Salamat. Thank you. Thank you very much.